This is a key. To be precise, this is a master key. With this key, I'm able to walk through any door that I want to, provided that I have the correct mindset. Now imagine that this key is the human capital, and behind each door is an opportunity that awaits you. And if you have learned to empower the human capital, you are able to walk through any door that you want to. Because like the power of the master key, you have empowered the human capital. A very good day I bid to the honorable judges, respected timekeepers, dear teachers, and my fellow friends. Today, I am thrilled to talk about something that's a definite game changer in today's society: empowering the human capital. Think of it as unleashing the inner superhero within you. You won't have to wear your underwear over your pants like Superman does. Instead, lend me a listening ear while I take you through this roller coaster journey of learning to empower the human capital. According to the World Bank, human capital consists of knowledge, ability, and health that people invest in and accumulate throughout their lives, enabling them to be productive members of the society. There are three main components of the human capital: knowledge, ability, and skills. In Malaysia, children from the age of 7 up to 17 are given free education. Moreover, many educational programs can be subsidized and people can still continue their pursuit of education. Ability, however, isn't something that can be learned. One's ability is dependent on his or her capability. On an annoying YouTube advertisement, you may learn that one oxygen tank is enough for a swimmer to swim from the mainland to Pulau Bangkok. But if you do not have the ability to swim, how will you get across? Last but not least is skills. You can ask Mr. Google what the definition of skill is, but let me make it simple. You know what a backstroke is. You can do it in an 8 feet deep pool. But how are you going to get there first? What breathing techniques are you going to use? What swimming techniques are you going to use? That, my friends, is skill. In a world where a child as young as 8 can name 72 countries just by looking at the map in 1 minute, one must possess skill that they have knowledge about and the ability to do. Without one part of the equation, a man cannot fully rise to his peak. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we all know what human capital is. But remember, without one part of the equation, a man cannot fully rise to his peak. In order for us to have a clear understanding on how to empower this human capital, let me talk you through it. First and foremost, you must invest in education as a continuous learning. Education, as Nelson Mandela said, is the most powerful weapon. As per UNESCO, each year of education can help an individual's income raise to an average 10%. This isn't solely a matter of figures. It underlies the profound impact of education. However, education goes beyond formal education. Organizations should foster a culture of continuous learning by allowing their employees to have mentorship programs, online courses, and other activities that will allow them to have the mindset of having a continuous learning. Besides that, it is vital to promote diversity and inclusion. As a person of color who's also the weaker sex, it is mentally deranging to come across sexism and racism in a learning environment, much less in a workplace. Don't just take my word for it. In terms of gender equality, Malaysia has much room for improvement. According to the 2023 Gender Global Gap Index by the Economic Forum, Malaysia has a score of 0.682, where 0 signifies perfect inequality and 1 signifies perfect equality. Diversity is not just a box to tick. An organization with diversity fuels innovation and creativity that each person brings to the table. If the food court near my house can serve nasi lemak ayam rendang, lo mein, and spicy chicken sambal all in one setting, what's stopping organizations from practicing in a similar environment? Last but foremost, let's take a dive into the concept of investing in talent developments. According to Gallup, a management consulting company, employers who get to showcase their strengths are not just 6 times more likely to feel the groove, but also feel like they've landed on the perfect job, which, in a long run, allows them to feel like the economical status of one's company has rise. Imagine your team as a band where the vocalist, guitarist, and drummer all have their killer finale to show off. But if you do not recognize the talent of your rock band, how are you going to get the girls screaming at your concert? We are not discussing a universal solution here. What we're emphasizing on is a tailor-made solution for each exceptional individual in an organization. Envision a setting where everyone gets to showcase their talents, and progress isn't just a far-off fantasy, but a shared reality that we're all experiencing. In a nutshell, empowering the human capital is not just an economical strategy. It is a social imperative for all those who work a 9 to 5 job. By empowering these workers and giving them the right motivation, we ensure that we are championing a lifelong learning, promoting diversity and inclusion, and investing in talent development. By doing all this, we not just foster the culture of efficiency and adaptability in a working environment, but also contribute to a society that's inclusive and prosperous. Recognizing the power of empowering your human capital isn't just a strategic option, but the cornerstone of success in an ever-evolving world. I'll end with a quote by Walter Wilson. The human capital isn't something that can be attracted. It is something that has to be driven. Thank you.